Hello. Hey, you. My name is Sarah, and I'm gonna share 10 lessons from 10 years of meditation. And I don't know, for those who don't know who I am, I'm an author, an entrepreneur, Norwegian and Greek, and I like sharing stuff online as well because I do believe in providing value and stuff like that. But today I'm going to talk about, 10 lessons from after 10 years of meditation. So obviously I've been meditating for 10 years, and it honestly, this is based on my newsletter. So I have a newsletter where I send out emails every week, and check out the link below or somewhere around here, I don't know, if you want to. But I know a lot of people want me to talk and be on video as well, and I know like a lot of people are not readers. First of all, you're crazy. I'm kidding. I'm kidding. I have like a lot of respect to like whatever medium you prefer to learn. But again, I wanted to share a podcast as well, so I can have it on YouTube and stuff like that, and also on audio. But I think let's get into it. So I started meditating when I was 19. It was just before I started medical school, and I remember I was like, "This is a great point to start meditating." And it was also because I was walking past this like poster and it said start meditating. So the type of meditation that I've been doing is called transcendental meditation, and it's kind of like a famous kind of meditation, because I know like the Beatles did it, Ellen DeGeneres, like a lot of the celebrity people did transcendental meditation. And shortly explained, it's basically you meditate twice per day, 20 minutes per time. So basically, you're going to be meditating for 40 minutes every single day. And people will be like, Sarah, are you serious? Have you done that? And I'm like, yes, I have. But I know if I've been in a really stressful period, which is so stupid, because like that's when you need it most. I have skipped the evening meditation, but I have not. Think I can count on like one hand the amount of times I've skipped the morning meditation. So I've been pretty damn consistent. And I wanted to share the lessons today because I think like half the lessons you're going to hear is basically the fact that the routine and the commitment to meditating is like half the reward, because you learn how to be consistent and show up even though you don't really feel like it. So let's start with lesson 1. You're not your thoughts, you're the one observing them. I know I once read this in Eckhart Tolle's book. He has so many books, but basically the concept is just that. And I know like there was one time I was so stressful. Like you have no idea how stressed I was. And I was finally like, the thing about stress is when it's overflowing, that's when you actually realize, oh, it's like it's too much. You can't even deal with the stress. But that was the time I could like clearly see my thoughts and be like, oh yeah, I'm really not my thoughts. They're just like running wild inside my head, but I'm not my thoughts. And I kind of felt like they were, I was like kind of watching them as wild animals and being like, oh yeah, you're going crazy today. Um, and that is such a beauty with meditation, is that you kind of get to um, separate yourself from your thoughts. So you're like, oh, this is me, and like my thoughts are out here, but they're not me, if that makes sense. You're the observer. So that's the first lesson. And the second lesson is, maybe as you can tell, meditation does not make you feel calm or peaceful. And that's the point. I think I think this is so romanticized. You're like, oh yeah, I'm gonna meditate, I'm gonna be Zen, I'm gonna be a monk. And I can tell you, sitting alone with your thoughts for 40 minutes per day is not peaceful, because there is crazy stuff going up in here, you know? So the thing about this is that no, it's not peaceful, and that is the point. That is the point, because then you get to deal with something called discomfort, which is something you will experience as long as you're a human being. You will have to deal with breakups, death, business failures. There will be so much discomfort in your life, and your ability to deal with them and sit in the discomfort is going to determine the quality of your life. Because, like, honestly, and you know this, but the reason why a lot of people don't achieve what they want in life is because it puts them in a discomfortable or uncomfortable situation. So, let's say for me, sometimes it's hard. I'm an entrepreneur. I find it hard to do sales sometimes, like sales calls. And I know like the second I actually accepted that I had to do them and I just did them no matter how much I hated them. I think a lot of entrepreneurs can relate. Yeah, that's when the business grew, yo. Like, I hate to tell myself that, but it's true. It's true. um but yeah, meditation then teaches me how to basically sit in all the difficult emotions, whether it's stress or it's fear or it's shame or it's guilt. I don't know what it is, but like, we all have the human spectrum of emotions. And it will teach you a lot about just how to deal with that, because you can't run away. Like, you're gonna have to sit there in the meditation and just deal. So that's the second lesson. The third lesson is that meditation will teach you impulse control like there's no tomorrow. Because your thoughts, they will do every single thing and strategy and tell you the craziest stuff to make you pay attention to them. So, like, let's pretend you're, I don't know, going through a breakup. It will make you pay attention to that thing. Like, it will be like, oh yeah, this is now we're gonna be forever single and lonely. Like, it will tell you some crazy stories about you or your life to make you pay attention to it. And obviously it has a function, but if it's controlling you and it's making you hate your life, you will have to learn how to impulse control your thoughts. You have to, that is probably not the way you say it, but I'm not American or British. I am Norwegian Greek, so I think I'm excused. But anyways, um yeah, you will truly have to learn how to, I don't like saying controlling your thoughts, but kind of choosing where to focus or what thoughts to pay attention to. So yeah, and I think the beauty of meditation is you will notice, because again, like, you will realize you're not your thoughts, you're the one observing them. So you will get such a um strong proof that, oh yeah, my thoughts are actually doing a lot of work to make me focus on them. But they're like clouds, they like come and go. Like, they will, if you don't engage, they will disappear. Yeah. Now, and this is kind of related. Fourth lesson: meditation will show you how unaware you are of your own cognitive habits. And this is so funny because I know a lot of people think of habits as in things you do. And that's true, that's one type of habit, but you also do have cognitive habits. And habits, like, they're just automatic behaviors that makes your life easier, but sometimes they're not actually productive or serving you. And that is also true for your thoughts and your cognitive behaviors. So maybe you'll find yourself, I think this is true for all humans, but you'll find yourself kind of like ruminating around like the same thing often. And you're like, oh yeah, that thing, or like that ex, or that story, or that business failure, or that like belief you have about yourself or life. And you will realize, and this is really nice, because you will like find yourself thinking about, oh yeah, now I'm having that thought again. And that's kind of when you're free. I think I read somewhere that you're kind of you're free once you notice where you're not. So when you notice, oh yeah, I get trapped in this thought, I get trapped in here, that's kind of like first step, or almost the step to get free. Because the second, you should listen to Dr. K, by the way, because he talks a lot about this. But he says, like, the moment you're aware of it, you can kind of, it doesn't control you anymore, because then you will kind of see yourself from the outside. I'm not, and he is talking about a study, so just check him out instead of me. But yeah, according to him, like, studies have shown that once you're aware of he's talking about addiction, but once you're aware of it, you can actually control it. So once you can see yourself, like, oh yeah, I'm doing that thing again, the distance kind of help you, or will help you. And yeah, so that's another nice thing. Lesson 5: meditation is honestly hardest when you most need it. I promise you, every single time, I need to drink my tea right now. Every single time I am, or life and I have been doing stuff to make me stressful, or stressed, that's when it's really hard to meditate. That is when I'm like, I don't want to meditate. I do not have time. And it's honestly just because, guess what? It's more uncomfortable when you're stressed, because then you have to feel the stress. and you're already stressed about the stress, so there's just like stress inception, and it's not fun at all. um but yeah, I guess I'm not sure if this was a lesson, but it's just good to know. It's just good to know. That's all I have to say about that. um oh, this one, sixth, the lesson six: where you meditate matters a lot. And I can tell you from experience, nature is like the place to meditate. When I go to Greece, the island I'm from, or my dad is from, and I'm born in Norway, but I go there every single year. um there's a beach, and when I sit down and meditate, I, these people talk about like enlightenment and transcendence and stuff like that. I'm not sure how I know if I've experienced it, but I feel like when I'm there on that beach, that's when I've been the closest to that experience. And yeah, I think there is something to, and I also experience this if I'm just like in a forest or somewhere that is just where I can kind of hear either the waves of the ocean or a bird singing. Just in general, it's just something different. I cannot explain what it is. I'm just telling you, there's a different effect there. um Lesson 7. Okay. I don't have time to meditate is false. That's a false claim. Okay. Whatever you put out, like even if it's meditation or reading or I don't know, building your business, everything you put behind I don't have time for is untrue. Because what you're really saying is I will not prioritize whatever thing you say you don't have time for. Because I think like on average people spend 4 hours on social media, or no, maybe not social media, but on their phone each and every day. You have time, you know? Stop lying to yourself. I mean, we're so good at it. I am too. I'm guilty of this too. But you have time, okay? You just don't want to prioritizing, which is okay. I'm just telling you, that's okay. Just be aware. Just be aware. That's all I want. I just want you to have the information. Okay. Lesson 8. You will want to quit, and you will see you will really truly struggle to see the point of continuing all the time. Okay? I think people have this assumption that, oh yeah, if I just meditate for 1 year, I will start loving it and it will become so easy. Yo, I'm 10 years in, it's still hard. It's hard as shit. It's hard. It's hard to show up. It is, and that's like, doesn't matter honestly whether it's working out or business or marriage. It's hard. You gotta you gotta, whatever you need to show up to every single day. Of course, we're humans. We want shortcuts. We want life to be easier, but that's not always going to happen. So that's the next lesson 9, which is treat meditation like marriage. Commitment is hard, but it's worth it. Okay? Meditation and marriage will force you to truly face yourself, your patterns, your shortcomings, everything that's wrong with you. But it will also make you stronger, more self aware, and also make you or help you deal with life. So, like marriage, like meditation. By the way, I'm not married, but I've been in long term relationships, and I know it's hard. It is hard to show up. It is hard, even if you're not married. And I think this should just go for all relationships. You got to treat meditation like a relationship. You're not always going to want to be in a relationship with meditation. I'm just telling you. Okay? And lesson 10. You need to find your own why. Okay? I know, you know. I know, and you know. Everyone talks about meditation is so healthy, so good for you. But you have to find your own reason. And maybe one of the things I just told you could make you want to do it, but it needs to be really true for you. But I think, and what I think what you will discover or have discovered during the thing I've been talking about is that the thing that I know for sure that meditation does is that it builds character and it makes you show up even on the bad days. It makes you commit to something and you really want to quit a lot of the time. And it also just makes you more self aware. And ultimately, I feel like it's one of the greatest tools to really get to know your own psyche and your own patterns, which I truly do believe, and that's also what I work on when I in my and talk about in my books and in my business, is that I truly do believe the person who is more like the person who is aware of their own patterns and how they function, that person just has all the advantage in the world, because the greatest limit in your life is you. And like Jordan Peterson said, if you're the problem, you're also the solution. Okay? So if you do choose to meditate, just know for a fact that you will kind of finally get to master yourself. Like, we'll never master anything fully, because there's levels to this game, there's levels to everything in life. um but you will for sure gain a hell of a lot more self mastery by meditating. And I think that's one of my whys, maybe my main why. um but you need to find your own, and it's kind of fun to find your why, because then you get to become more self-aware. Yeah. So that's it. Now I'm gonna drink my tea, and I'm gonna eat, and then I'm gonna go do my ballet class because I'm a little dancer. Well, that too. It's just a hobby right now. But I have been dancing for years, and I'm so in love with it right now. I'm actually addicted. I think I dance like 7 hours per week right now. But whatever. You don't care. Maybe you do. Hey, stalker. Um, anyways, I'm gonna get up this recording, and I am excited to talk to you, share more in whatever format you find me. Maybe that's my email list, or maybe that's my Instagram or YouTube. I don't know. But I'm just happy that you're here, and I hope you get a beautiful day. And if not, just know that every single thing in life will get better, and there's always hope. There is always, always hope.